Hey guys, and what's cracking? I'm back with another figure review for you. This time it's the Hoth Luke, or the new Luke Skywalker from the Vintage Collection in his Hoth gear. I've actually got him on my Tauntaun at the moment, so I thought I'd share that quickly. Just it's easier to take him off than it is to put him on. Not that it's hard, but it would just save a lot of time if I get this out of the way. So this is what he looks like on his Tauntaun. Now you can go back and check out my review of the Tauntaun itself, which I did, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos ago I suppose. So you can definitely go through my videos and scroll back and get a nice closer look at the Tauntaun. But this is what Hoth Luke looks like riding it, and I've been most excited to get these two together and have them displayed. It looks fantastic. Yeah, really happy to finally get these two together. So that's what he looks like on his Tauntaun. He sits rather nicely. He's got the nice foot stirrups there and a sort of a softer plastic strap which can be moved away from the figure, which really does help. And I guess when you do put it on, you can actually just push the feet, give the feet a little nudge, so they do lock into place rather nicely on the Tauntaun saddle. Same on the other side. And the harness there, which he's holding, does hold that really well, although the little plastic harness there, it's not a harness, that's not the word I'm looking for. It's not the word you're looking for. I can't even think of the word. Steering wheel. The Tauntaun steering wheel. It is, I guess, it'd be quite prone to snapping, so you really got to be careful with that and putting it in his hands. So that aside, I will just remove him from his noble steed. I'll just take his feet from the accelerator and the brake. There we go. And here we have Mr. Skywalker in his super duper awesome Hoth gear. Now when I say super duper awesome, I mean super duper awesome. Definitely one of my favourite Lukes now. Is just awesome. I've been wanting a Hoth Luke for absolutely years and years. I've had a Hoth gear Han Solo since the Power of the Force days, back when I was probably 7 or 8, and I never got a Luke. Actually, sorry, I tell a lie. I do have a Hoth Luke. He's the one that's dangling upside down from the ice piece. So I'm going to keep him displayed like that. So yeah, it was still a lot of years before I got a Hoth Luke. I've had that one for probably 6 to 12 months now. So, but I finally got a brilliantly definitive Luke Skywalker. He does come with a lightsaber, but it is in my little accessories box, which I conveniently have here. I'm just trying to determine which one it is. Give it 2 seconds. Pretty sure that's the one. So we get his lightsaber, which is no different really. I don't think that's the one actually. I don't think it comes with a peg. So it might be one of the other ones. I've got a couple of spares. And he does come with a lightsaber hilt. Let me just zoom up a little bit more. And that just pegs into his belt rather nicely. So I'll just take that out for now. Also comes with a blaster that sits nicely in his holster. Same blaster we've seen many times with various Lukes and Han Solos and other rebels. So yeah, it's a nice little addition. And the holster, like I said, is working. Now I'll just work my way up. This is just phenomenal detail throughout this whole figure. I will go through articulation first actually. He has a ball jointed head, he has ball hinged shoulders and elbows, he has a swivel at the wrists, he has a ball jointed, ball hinged torso, he's got ball hinged hips, which is obviously to make him be able to ride the Tauntaun. He has ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles. So absolutely awesome articulation. Now, like I said, we'll go down here and take a look at the detail of the boots and the pants. If I can hold it. There we go. They're very nicely sculpted, very nicely painted. I do like the little checkered patterns throughout the knees. Done a great job moulding them, sculpting them, moulding, sculpting, same thing in it. I'll just try and zoom up a little bit more and hold it still. There we go. It's absolutely awesome job there. We've got the strap there for his holster to hold it to his leg, although it's not an actual working strap there. But I guess they're not really doing that much. Just it allows a little bit more movement with the figure, rather than have something strapped to his leg. It just restricts that movement a little bit. Then we move up, and we've got the lower part of his torso there with his. I suppose he's got lots of little supplies there for if he ever gets stuck out in Hoth. Probably just got food and a few other little bits and pieces in all these little pouches. Nice silver belt buckle and all the little studs throughout it. They've done a great job, excellent detail. And a few other little pouches on the back. So you might have some Tauntaun treats. I don't know. Can't imagine, can't even begin to think what Tauntauns actually eat, considering there's nothing on that planet but ice. We know that Wampas eat Tauntauns, but what do Tauntauns eat? There's a question for you. Now he's got the wrist communicator there on his left arm. Just a nice little spot of paint on it. Not on the other arm. We do have this, I guess it's like a rank badge up on his right shoulder. Before I go on to the rest of the torso, oh no, I'll show you that. We've got another little rank badge or something there. And on the other side, there's another one. Not sure what they all represent. I'm not even sure if they're all rank badges. I'd say definitely that one is. But yeah, nice. Definitely nice detail throughout the entire figure. And we get to the head sculpt. I'll just pop this head off. The little hood piece there is actually removable. Well, I think it looks nicer on there, so I'll just leave that on. And then with the head, actually just slides out of this scarf piece with the glasses, or the goggles, and that's all one moulded piece. I would have preferred to see a little separate pair of goggles to the scarf, and just make them separate pieces, but it's not too bad. I guess when you're putting it on, best thing to do is just drop the head in, and sometimes it doesn't actually line up very well with the glasses, so you just push the head down a little bit so the little earpiece communicator does sit inside the little groove inside the scarf. I'm not sure where you can see that. It just helps lock it in place a little bit more, and it actually looks like it's part of the headpiece there as well. And then he's actually looking through the goggles. So I've seen a couple of reviews where it doesn't quite line up, and you just got to push that item on a little bit more. And here we have phenomenal head sculpt, absolutely excellently well done. Excellently well done, that's a new adjective. Definitely looks like Mark Hamill there has done a fantastic job. Like with the figure I've actually got, he has got a sort of the scarf piece that sort of runs off the head, as opposed to it being a separate piece. It actually has like a, you see it in the movie where he goes to Kohan to let him know that he's going to be staying out a little bit longer. He actually pulls the scarf from around his face, and it sort of just hangs off the side of his head. Would have been nice to see in a little attachment to do that, but nonetheless it is quite nicely done. He's got his sort of thermal padding hat there underneath. Absolutely really well done. You really do like this figure. I've noticed a lot of people complaining about the shoulder pads too, or the shoulders. Yeah, they are a little bit too, I don't know, they jut out a little bit at the side there, but it's not really a big deal. I've got a couple of other Hoth troopers that have similar things. They're not as extravagant as that, but it's a minor detail. I'm not going to be too worried about it. Doesn't take anything away from the figure. Doesn't necessarily give it anything, but it certainly doesn't take anything away from the entirety of the figure. So really nice piece. like I said, that hood can be taken off and thrown on your floor if you like, but it has a bit of a long neck. And I'll just get that. There we go. And that's actually just pegs on, just so it holds it in place. So if you pop off the head again, it sort of just drops down, slots into the back. I suppose you could super glue that on. It does look better with the hood piece there, so you can just about super glue that in the hole, just so it sits nicely on the figure. So I'll just put this scarf piece back on. I'll just show once again how to do it. So I guess if you just drop it in and then pop on the head, it's not going to sit, whereas if you just sort of squeeze that down just that little bit, even then it doesn't really sit, so you got to sort of push it up while the head's on. So it's quite a nice little feature, depending on how you're going to display him. So that is Hoth Luke Skywalker. I hope you've enjoyed having a look at him. I'll just start putting his bits and pieces back in there. So there's the working holster. There's the peggable hilt. Just slide in there really nicely. So I hope you've had a good look at it. Hope I've done a reasonable job at showing it to you as well. I actually tried putting the lightsaber in his hand, but yeah, he does. He grips it really well. So there we have it. I've got a new Clone Wars figure to come up to review next, and hopefully I can pick up a few new items. These new waves still haven't hit stores yet down under, as far as I know. Certainly not in my city either. And I've got a friend from Facebook who's up in Queensland, up in the northeastern Australia, so, and he hasn't found anything yet either. They have been spotted in the major cities like Sydney and Melbourne, so hopefully they're on their way. So yeah, once again, thank you for watching, as always. Any comments, any questions, anything I may have missed, just hit me up down the comments below, and I'll be back for another video very soon. So until then guys, may the force be with you always.